Archangel Michael says, tonight carries a weight unlike any other. A stirring has begun in the unseen, and it is pushing toward you with force. There is a reason this message found you now, it could not wait. You are surrounded by energies both familiar and hidden, some born from your love, and some born from pain. There is a tension between what has been promised and what has been delayed, between what has been withheld and what must finally arrive. The heavens lean in closer tonight, and this voice cuts through the silence to reach you. In the lives of those you love, invisible threads of need are woven. Some cry in secret, some wait in silence, and some fight battles they cannot speak of. Yet they are all connected to you, and through you, their cries have reached the higher realms. Archangel Michael says, you are not left powerless in this. The words you speak, the intentions you carry, and the blessings you extend are shaping forces. They break chains, they heal wounds, they open doors where none seem to exist. Blessing 333 flows at this moment, wrapping around you and all you hold dear. It stretches outward to those you may never meet but who need the warmth of divine touch. It marks this hour as a turning point, a crossing from shadow to light. There are those in your life who carry pain but hide it beneath a smile. You sense it, though you may not always call it by name. They stand close yet distant, waiting for the day something finally shifts. The blessing you hold is not only for your circle of love but also for those wandering in the storm. Some of them pray quietly, unaware that the answer is already moving in their direction. Tonight that answer stirs because of you. Archangel Michael says, to bless is to release chains. When your heart reaches outward in love, it triggers a flow that does not stop. It moves beyond the walls of your house, beyond the people you name, into places you cannot see. Blessing 444 descends, a current that heals and restores. It wipes the tears of a stranger, it lifts the weight off a weary chest, it reaches into places untouched by hope. And all of this happens because your spirit asked for it. The night grows heavier, but with it grows the intensity of this message. A shift is near, one that will open unseen doors. The shadows may stir, but they cannot silence what is rising. Those you love are being wrapped in layers of protection. Their steps are being guided, their fears soothed, their wounds addressed. It may not look obvious at first, but what is hidden in the spirit will soon manifest in life. Archangel Michael says, every blessing you extend multiplies in return. What leaves your heart returns multiplied, for light does not diminish when shared. You are creating an atmosphere where healing can breathe freely. Blessing 555 flows like fire and water combined. It cleanses the path of your loved ones, shields the weary, and restores what was thought impossible. It is the hand of heaven reaching downward because you dared to ask. Archangel Michael says, there are moments in life when silence becomes too heavy, and this is one of them. Something that has been waiting for release is now moving swiftly, and it is not by accident that your heart feels this pull. Tonight is not ordinary, it is the crossing of one chapter into another. The air is charged, and every word spoken in this moment carries weight. You may not see the hands moving behind the veil, but they are weaving threads of protection, mercy, and justice around those you care for. The cry of your soul has been heard, and the heavens are responding. There are unseen watchers, forces of both light and darkness, that hover near the edges of your story. Some have tried to weigh down those you love, while others have quietly lifted them in ways you will never fully know. What you are reading now is a sign that the balance is shifting. Archangel Michael says, do not underestimate the power of your compassion. Each time you whispered a blessing over someone, you planted a seed that even storms could not destroy. That harvest begins to bloom now, and it is arriving with strength. Blessing 333 spreads out like golden light. It touches the wounded places, it calms restless hearts, and it mends what looked unfixable. It is flowing from you into everyone you carry in your soul. You may have noticed how, recently, some people you care for seem distant, troubled, or heavy-hearted. They have been fighting battles they did not reveal, but those battles were never hidden from the divine. The weight they carried was already known before they spoke it. The heavens have aligned this moment for intervention. That which was locked is being opened, that which was delayed is being accelerated, and that which seemed broken beyond repair is being rewoven. A quiet restoration begins even as these words reach you. Archangel Michael says, the path may look clouded, but clarity is breaking through. A light is cutting through confusion and fear, guiding steps into safer places. The ones you love are being redirected, their steps carefully guarded. Blessing 444 has been released into the atmosphere. It carries peace into chaotic minds, it lays a shield over vulnerable hearts, and it rebuilds faith where it had crumbled. It spreads to your loved ones and to strangers who silently needed it. There is a stirring around your home, a shift that has already begun. What once tried to enter with harm will no longer have access. What once drained you and your loved ones will lose its grip. You have been chosen as a vessel of protection and intercession. Your heart carries weight in heaven, and that is why this message reached you. You stand as a bridge between those you love and the help they cannot see. Archangel Michael says, you will not watch them fall without support. You will not watch them break without repair. You will not watch them suffer without aid. Your voice has reached the throne, and the answers are now being released. Blessing 555 comes like a wave. It pours into your house, into your circle, into the quiet corners where despair tried to hide. It rewrites what was once destined for pain into testimonies of survival and hope. The suspense in this moment is deliberate, it signals the weight of what is unfolding. Some answers come quietly, but this one arrives like thunder. It shakes the foundation of darkness and replaces it with pillars of light. The ones you love will soon notice small shifts, unexpected peace, doors opening, conflicts dissolving, opportunities appearing. These are not coincidences, they are the results of what has been set into motion now. Every hidden cry is finally being addressed. Archangel Michael says, your blessing is not limited. It is multiplying, breaking through walls, and finding its way into every space it is needed. It goes where your hands cannot reach and does what your strength cannot do. Blessing 666 pours like rain, soaking dry ground. It restores relationships, strengthens health, and brings provision where there was lack. It cannot be stopped once released, for it is flowing with divine speed. Archangel Michael says, listen carefully because this moment is alive with urgency. The heavens are pressing close, leaning over the earth to release something that cannot be delayed. You feel the stirring because it is meant for you and for those you love. Every whisper of your heart has been collected, every sigh of pain has been stored, and every longing for help has been answered. Nothing has been ignored. What was hidden in silence is now being unveiled in the light. The suspense of this hour is not random. It is the sound of change approaching, like footsteps echoing closer with every passing breath. A shift is coming that will not be undone. Archangel Michael says, "The shield has been raised, and the sword has been drawn." No force will move against you or those you love without being confronted. The heavens are armed on your behalf. Blessing 333 is already at work, moving swiftly like fire through dry branches. It consumes obstacles, it burns away despair, and it clears paths that were blocked for too long. It is sealing protection over your circle of love. There are people you hold dear who feel as if they are drowning in silence. They smile by day but weep when no one is watching. Their cries have reached the ears of the divine, and they are being lifted now. Some of them thought no one noticed their suffering. They believed their battles would swallow them whole. Yet this message comes as proof, they were never abandoned. Archangel Michael says, "The ones who are weary will be renewed. The ones who are broken will be pieced together. The ones who thought the story had ended will see a new beginning." Blessing 444 spreads like a cloak. It wraps itself around the weak, covering them in safety. It pours courage into their hearts and whispers, "You are not forgotten." The suspense deepens, but with it comes assurance. Something that was once hidden in the dark is being forced into the open. Nothing harmful can remain where the light has been released. Chains that bound your loved ones are snapping. Doors that were shut are swinging open. What once resisted their progress will have no choice but to give way. Archangel Michael says, "Nothing is stronger than the hand of blessing. It moves in silence but leaves evidence too great to deny." The ones you love will see proof of this in days to come. Blessing 555 descends like a storm, but not to destroy, rather, to cleanse and refresh. It washes away guilt, heals wounds of the past, and waters seeds of hope that had long been buried. It is renewal in its purest form. Look around you and notice the signs, shifts in energy, sudden clarity, a strange peace arriving without explanation. These are not random. They are signals of something greater unfolding. Your prayers, even the ones you never spoke aloud, are being answered. The ones you love are being pulled out of danger, quietly but powerfully. What threatened them will be powerless. Archangel Michael says, "Blessings are like arrows, they do not miss their mark. When released with intention, they find the one in need, no matter the distance." That is what is happening now. Blessing 666 sweeps through unseen realms. It breaks invisible barriers, it silences the voice of opposition, and it lifts burdens off shoulders that were trembling under the weight. It leaves only peace behind. The suspense remains because the story is not finished yet. More is unfolding, and the flow of blessings has only just begun. You stand at the doorway of a greater revelation. Those who tried to stop the ones you love will stumble. Those who mocked their pain will be silenced. And those who plotted their downfall will find themselves defeated by the very light they opposed. Archangel Michael says, "Trust the process, even if you cannot yet see the end." Each step taken now is under guidance. Each path is being cleared of hidden traps. Blessing 777 shines like a crown, resting over you and those you love. It declares victory where there was defeat. It declares abundance where there was lack. Archangel Michael says, the silence you feel is not emptiness, it is the breath before the breakthrough. Something has been waiting to reveal itself, and tonight, that veil begins to tear. Your spirit senses it because the shift has already begun. Those you love, the ones heavy with burdens they cannot name, are already being touched. Some of them will wake with lighter hearts, not knowing why. Others will find strength in places where they once only felt weakness. The suspense is thick because this is no ordinary hour. It carries weight, it carries destiny, and it carries blessing. What comes now cannot be undone. Archangel Michael says, the unseen hands of heaven are moving swiftly. They are covering you and every person your love has reached. They are placing barriers of light around your home, your family, your relationships. Blessing 333 rises again, not as a whisper but as a roar. It declares freedom for those you love, peace for those in turmoil, and clarity for those lost in confusion. It is unstoppable and alive. The cries of those in need have not gone unheard. Every prayer whispered in pain has been caught. Every tear has been seen. You ask that the ones you love be blessed, and the answer has been released. You ask that help reach those who are forgotten, and already the help is moving in their direction. There is no delay in what is unfolding. Archangel Michael says, the heavens have heard enough silence. Now is the time for action. What was still is now in motion. Blessing 444 spreads like wings over a storm. It protects those who walk in uncertainty, it strengthens those who cannot stand, and it renews those who felt all hope was gone. It stretches further than you realize. Suspense grows because the unknown is near. But you do not need to fear the unknown when it is held in the hand of heaven. The very thing that once caused anxiety will soon cause joy. Your loved ones are being prepared for breakthroughs. Their roads, once blocked by unseen hands, are being cleared. Their nights of worry are giving way to mornings of relief. Archangel Michael says, what was denied is now being granted. What was stolen is now being returned. What was broken is now being repaired. Blessing 555 falls gently but firmly, filling empty spaces with peace. It places healing where there was pain, joy where there was sorrow, and strength where there was weakness. It is a restoration too complete to be ignored. The suspense lingers because you are standing in between what was and what is about to come. It is a threshold moment, and thresholds always feel heavy. But you are not alone in crossing. The people you love will soon recognize shifts in their own lives. They may call it luck, they may call it coincidence, but you will know, it was the blessing. It was the answer to what you asked. Archangel Michael says, light cannot be hidden when it has been released. It travels faster than darkness, stronger than despair, and deeper than pain. It is moving even now. Blessing 666 flows like a rushing stream, cleansing what was polluted, refreshing what was dry, and carrying away what no longer belongs. It is water to the weary, food to the hungry, shelter to the unprotected. It is a promise fulfilled. Even now, the suspense has not fully lifted. That is because there is more yet to unfold. More help, more blessing, more breakthrough is on its way. Those you love are not standing in the dark without guidance. The light is guiding their steps, even when they do not realize it. Their lives are being reoriented toward peace. Archangel Michael says, your request to bless them has been honored. Your desire to see the needy helped has been answered. What you carry in your heart has power in heaven. Blessing 777 arrives as a crown of victory. It breaks cycles of failure, it places joy in the hands of the weary, and it ushers in new beginnings. It is both final and eternal. Archangel Michael says, the night holds secrets that are being revealed step by step. This is why your spirit feels unsettled yet expectant. Something larger than words is taking place, and it carries the power to shift entire lives. The ones you love are walking under an umbrella of unseen protection. Even when they step into danger unknowingly, light surrounds them like armor. What was planned against them is being scattered. This suspense is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to remind you of the gravity of what is unfolding. Blessings that were delayed for months, even years, are rushing forward now. They are carried on currents stronger than any opposition. Archangel Michael says, do not doubt the power of your intercession. Your cry for those you love has been amplified. It has shaken the gates of resistance. Blessing 333 pours like sunlight through cracks in a storm. It touches the forgotten, it strengthens the weak, and it gives hope to the silent. It has no boundary and no limit. Some of those close to your heart have been tested beyond measure. They walked paths of loneliness, betrayal, and exhaustion. Yet even in their darkest hour, the heavens kept watch. Now the tide is shifting. Those who plotted their fall will be silenced. Those who mocked their faith will watch as they rise. Archangel Michael says, what was broken is no longer broken. What was lost is no longer lost. What was hidden is no longer hidden. Blessing 444 moves like wind over still waters. It carries away fear, it restores calm, and it whispers peace into restless minds. Its reach extends beyond what eyes can see. Suspense grows because you are standing in between chapters. The old has not yet closed, and the new is already beginning. That tension is the sound of breakthrough. You asked for blessings on your loved ones, and the answer is alive now. Help is moving to those who have been overlooked. Rescue is reaching those who had no voice left to cry out. Archangel Michael says, this is no accident. You were chosen as the one through whom blessing flows. Your word set the chain of events into motion. Blessing 555 arrives like a fire on a cold night. It warms hearts frozen by despair, it lights paths lost in shadow, and it melts away barriers that once felt immovable. It is fierce and tender at once. There is still more unfolding, which is why the suspense lingers. What is being prepared has layers, and each layer carries its own moment of release. This message comes to assure you, you will not miss it. Those you love will soon step into opportunities hidden until now. Jobs, healing, reconciliations, and breakthroughs are opening. They are no longer waiting behind locked doors. Archangel Michael says, what rises now will not be taken away. The blessing once released cannot be reversed. It will multiply in the days to come. Blessing 666 falls with the sound of renewal. It breaks the weight of failure, it restores dignity to the weary, and it refreshes the soul of the forgotten. It is a stream in the desert. The suspense will continue until the final release arrives. But you must hold on, because each passing hour brings it closer. The movement of blessing cannot be stopped. You will see signs in unexpected places. An answered call, a message of hope, a chance encounter, a door once locked now open. These are confirmations that the blessing is alive. Archangel Michael says, "Stay steady, for the blessing you asked for is not just visiting, it is settling. It is building a foundation that cannot be shaken. It is covering not just today, but the days ahead." Blessing 777 crowns the work. It declares completion, it secures peace, and it sets joy in motion. It is the seal of heaven over you and those you love.